So it took really long time for us to achieve that. And then the next problem we had, or challenge we had, was to talk to business people who are working really hard to grow their business, that giving was a good thing for them to do. Because, any business would understand the marketing is important to do, or sales activities are critical for businesses to do, or you got to have a operation and everything behind the business. So the priority often goes to all these things that businesses have to do. But then not many businesses would say, oh, we would actually give now, because a lot of cases businesses think that when they become successful, they would do something more meaningful. Right? So right now they have other priorities. So initially, conveying the idea that giving is actually good for business was challenging. But these days it's changing. I can see that more and more businesses are actually getting the idea. And then quite often when we talk about buy one give one, some businesses even say, "Wow, this is exactly like what we've been looking for." And say, "Wow, the time is changing. More and more people are looking for meaning, and they want to do more than just making ends meet, or just earning money, or just selling more stuff." So I think it's a great time. But I think then now the challenge is how to reach out even more and how to scale. Yeah.
So I think you've got so many different projects. Dare I ask, have you got a favourite?
Actually, every project we visit so far, like through study tours and so on, so the ones I have a personal connection, of course they seem to be the really most special ones because I've seen it, how it works. But then these are kind of examples of how so many other projects we haven't visited so far are actually making great things happen, right? So I don't favor any one particular one, but at the same time, I think the most favorite kind of cause for me is buy one give one, because it's not just about giving money to a charity, but it's about buy one give one benefit both businesses and what they call it, I think, in a special way. Because businesses, though they are regarded as donors, but I think through the giving, they receive so much more. We receive so much more. So it's actually the giving is good for the businesses themselves, but then at the same time, the people who are receiving this support, yes, their lives are transformed, but again, I think the best part of this entire picture of giving is that the beneficiaries of this great giving becomes the ones to give. When they say, "Well, I've received so much through these charitable activities, and now I can do so much more, and now I see what I can do, so I want to give back." And when people talk about, when the young girls talk about, they are so grateful that they can go to a college, which their family couldn't afford, but because of that, the thing that they want to do most after, they want to give back. They talk about that a lot.
Wow. So I was saying to you earlier that I think we're on about just over 33,000 giving impacts. What real difference does a small little dental practice like us make? Can you tell us?
So when you just think about 33,000 impacts, and this is a big number. So sometimes even though it's good to acknowledge this number, sometimes it's very difficult to connect. What does it mean? And so that's why we describe it as the number of smiles that you create, because it's the way we count the impact is by breaking down any activities into a smallest unit. So sometimes it could be planting one tree, or giving access to education to a child for one day, or somebody receiving water for one day, or one goat to give it to family. So depending on the project, this unit is all different. But we believe that this one impact equals to at least one smile. Right? Like one child going to school and not worry about how to pay for their uniform, or so actually, like just these little tiny impact that you are creating every day is creating at least one smile, if not many, many more. So if you could say that, wow, we have created 33,000 smiles through what we are doing, and then because you are doing it regularly, not just one-off, this impact would continue to accumulate, and it becomes part of your business legacy that all your team can share. Yeah. And then one day when you come to visit a project with us on study tour, then you get much deeper meaning of how it is. Really,
it is incredible to think that all these little businesses can just make a massive impact.
Yeah, and we just so think like, well, charity giving is about like writing a big number on a check and standing on stage, or sometimes it becomes like that. But the thing is, I think when small businesses or small individuals like us, if we just do something regularly, and then as a result appreciated what we have, like being grateful for what we have, great team we have, great job we have, or great customers we serve, and if that giving enhances that sense of gratitude, and then at the same time you could see, like, look back over the years, and then, wow, look at that, we are small business, but we've made so much impact. That's fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much. And I'd like to say that just for you coming in today to visit us, we have given 20 days worth of access to water.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah.